everyone.
Hello, welcome to Happy Life Results Book Reading Group.
We finished concept 4 yesterday, so now we are in concept number 5.
5, guys. We're cruising.
Yep, cruising. And we're gonna, the whole concept is today.
Yeah. Concept 2 took us weeks.
Yep, and this one,
We're doing
one day.
it in one day.
And the next one in one day.
One day.
Yeah.
All right, so it's called laser focus. It's guide concept number 5, like we just said. So we're talking about using focus as, okay, let me read this. So is one objective, the next step, the main idea, the fewest words. These are examples of very small points of impact that you can focus on. And talking about the critical few. Do you mind talking about critical few?
Okay, and I was curious if you wanted to talk about tiptoeing past the bully at all, or is that too much for this? Like the one step, the next step, if you use that to tiptoe. We talked about it in the live. If you missed the live, yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Just listen to the live number 13.
Yeah.
Q&A live number 13. We talked about tiptoeing past the bully, so we'll just drop that right there. Just go back and listen to it. Okay, so the critical few. It's just a fact that some things have much more influence than other things for the results you want. So the critical few are the ones that have the most impact towards the direction you want. So we had the example about the first 1,000 words. If you go to learn a foreign language and you learn just a random 1,000 words, you still have very minimal understanding of the spoken language. But if you take the 1,000 most common words in the spoken language and you learn the same number of words, over here you learned 1,000 random ones, over here you learned 1,000 of the first most common, you will be able to understand, if we use English as an example, 88% of spoken English with just 1,000 of the most common words, versus the second 1,000 words, same number of words, will bump you from 88 to 90 something, so it's like gives you 5% more, like this much. So the critical few are the ones that give you the biggest bang for the buck. Yeah. Those are the critical few. So that's what we're talking about with laser focus, figuring out the critical few and giving those the most focus.
Yeah, and it's fascinating because sometimes we just think that all effort is equal. I'm focusing this much effort, I should get this much result. Yeah. And it's not. There are things that you're doing that are giving you high impact, delivering a lot of results, and other things you're doing that just add that extra 5%.
And as a great example, how much impact does checking your email give toward whatever it is you're trying to do? How much impact does thinking about writing that book? How much impact worrying about your neighbor? How much impact does the worrying give versus picking up the phone or doing something to help? Or those are just some examples.
I love that example because you feel like there's a lot of effort involved in worrying.
Yeah, it feels like you're doing something, but the concept of laser focus is not to reward action, it's to reward results.
Yeah, and to look really clearly at what actions deliver which results.
Yeah, what's really having the biggest impact to get the result, that's the critical few, that's where you want to put your laser focus. And part of laser focus is not giving all that attention and energy to the less effective stuff. Like narrowing down your focus and really putting your emphasis there.
Yeah, like for example, when you're a mom, there are a lot of areas of focus you can have that take your time. Like if you were to audit your day and say, these are the things I'm doing, and then look and say, which one are the high level, high impact things? And it's those, whatever it is for you. For example, for me personally, it's when I stop doing what I'm doing and make eye contact with my child and connect with them for 5 minutes. Like that, it has so much more impact than 3 hours that I was with them.
And going, whatever, dear. Right?
Yeah. And the time that I spend teaching them a new skill, like a house, like in the house, cooking or cleaning or something like that. Like it seems like in that moment, it's not very effective because in that moment we're not getting very much done. I can do it a lot faster. But that time spent is a high leverage activity because if now they take care of their own laundry from then on, like, oh my goodness, how effective was that in getting the job accomplished for them to be able to do it themselves. So just looking at things like that, it's fun.
Yeah. And the laser was an example because if you have scattered rays of energy, it's not even going to change the temperature in the room probably. But if you narrow it to a really fine line, it can cut through metal.
Yeah.
So depending on what you're trying to accomplish, if cutting through metal is what you want, then you want, but...
Yes. And what I was just thinking was, I was talking about kind of, relationships they're important, but stuff, the cleaning is kind of like stuff. And so if I were to just sit here and think, what is the most high leverage thing that I could do in my life to be able to have the best results in my life, it would be up mastery, to be honest.
Yeah, to help her kids, her husband, her closest, the people in her world, helping them to master this concept of having unconditional peak experience, be the best that they can be when as much time as they want to be.
And while they're doing it, they feel the best.
And they, like, having her family around her do that, I can speak from experience. Having her doing that is just incredible. It's just the most life-changing thing that's ever happened to me in my worlds without end. So she has taken the direction of sharing that with all of you, of course. That's why we're here, and then especially with her closest family.
Yeah.
Because what's going to change your environment more, and we're going to get to that concept, but
yes,
then having the people in your life feel great and be able to do whatever it is they want to accomplish in life.
Yeah, I can't think of anything
That's
better.
like the best.
Yeah, doing it myself better and then teaching them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.